Good morning, friends. Happy Friday. It's Judith. It's a 1 hour yoga for all levels. So as you may or may not know, we'll do the first about 40 minutes, either standing or using the chair, sitting in the chair, using the chair for balance. And then the last 10 to 15 down on the mat. So I'll give instructions if you don't want to get down on the mat. So in that way you can spend those 10 minutes inventing your own little workout while we do work on the floor. If you can't modify what we're doing on the floor, you can do your own little 10-minute quickie yoga pickup. So for this class, we use a yoga mat. If you don't have a yoga mat, you could substitute with a folded blanket or a beach towel, preferably on a carpeted surface, nothing hard like tile or wood, because your joints will complain. A couple of yoga blocks are lovely props to have. These are the styrofoam version. If you want to substitute, if you don't have them today, substitute with a couple of canned goods of equal size and weight. This is a standard length yoga strap. And this is easy to substitute with a dog leash, a belt, scarf, a bathrobe tie. Any of those items could work. Here is a rolled up bath mat. I affixed it with rubber bands. It's like a little bolster that I use to prop various areas that need propping if I'm in an awkward position and I need support. So that, I had a squishy mat, or you could use small cushions. And let me reiterate, small, not bed pillows, or something from the sofa or the bed. That would work. Optional items would be hand weights. I have a set of 1-pounders and I have a set of 2-pounders. Nothing heavier than 2 pounds for this class. So only add the weights if you feel like you want more challenge. If things have gotten too easy. So it's just another way to challenge yourself. No worries. Then we have a chair. This is a standard metal folding chair. No wheels for sure. Preferably no arms. We can move side to side in the chair, etc. And I think that covers it for today for props. So let's get going, and let's please know that if whatever is being offered does not work for your body, you can unmodify for a shoulder issue. You could do another posture that you enjoy, or you could skip it altogether. So you know what your body, what's going on there, how it feels. And so if it's not appropriate, you're going to know that. So and if you have questions, I'm happy to answer at the end of class. So let's get started. The feet are directly underneath the hips. And let's just start by lifting those ankles. We're going to wake up the feet again. While we're waking up our feet, you're lifting those heels nice and high. And you're spreading the 5 toes nice and wide. So pumping fresh blood into those toes. Crown of head floats up to sky. And think about just rolling the shoulders open, opening the chest here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now the feet can come down to stillness. Relift your right heel and start circling the right ankle joint. Again, focusing not only on that ankle joint, but nice tall posture. Big full breaths. A few more circles in this direction. And then you're going to circle in the other direction with the same ankle joint. Remembering to breathe. Do your best not to hold your breath. And coordinate the breath with the movement. Let's go ahead and slowly bring that heel down. Shake out those both sides. And then we're going to relift your left heel. And you're going to circle your left ankle joint. Standing tall. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle the other direction. And you're going to notice maybe it feels the same, maybe it doesn't. So there's no self-judgment, no competition, not even with yourself. So just noticing how that might feel for 4, 3, 2, one. Nice. Shake out both sides, feet and legs. Very nice. And from here, maybe just the hands on the hip crease. Let's just take the feet like a little marching, digging in the heels. We'll do 8, 7 at your own pace, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming back to stillness. Let's do side to side. Can you balance and shift side to side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep moving slowly. Now what we're going to go for is opposite arm, opposite leg, crossing the midline. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. 8 at your own pace. 7, 6, little twist in the waist. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And slowly coming down, just tapping the feet, coming down, bringing it to stillness. Very nice. And we got some blood flow going in the legs. Let's bring the legs to stillness. Feet are shoulder width apart and just start circling those hips. A very gentle warming of the body. There's no need to shock the body doing something extreme. You have to warm it up. So think about inhaling forward and exhaling back. Navel to spine, squeezing those abs. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Corkscrew back to center. Now the hips go the opposite direction. Does it feel the same going in this direction? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Just taking an inventory. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Corkscrew back to center. Now rolling some shoulders here, opening the chest. Shoulders move forward, up, back, and down. Oof. Noticing any tightness, dark spots, sticky spots. Breathing into those areas. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's circle in the opposite direction. Again, noticing if there's any changes or not. Big full breaths for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Shake everything out. And now the feet can stay fairly wideish. Make sure you have clearance in front and back. We're going to swing the arms up and then sweep them back. Inhale and exhale. Waking up the body. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms are going to keep swinging, but now you can bring them down. Lower the speed there. And now you're going to slice each arm in front of the body and back of the body, but without touching the body. Big full breaths. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to incorporate a little twist here. The arms become like empty coat sleeves. And you're looking over the shoulder as you twist side to side. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly, very gradually unwinding. Don't just abruptly stop. Nice work. From here, let's just stack the palms right over your navel. And now we're going to go up the right side. I'm not mirroring you. Across the middle, down the left side. Now we're massaging that whole area, that colon area. We're encouraging it to do its work. So as you go up the right side, that's the ascending colon, across the torso, transverse colon, down the left side, descending colon. Encouraging it to move along, processing all of those summer picnics. And let's bring that to stillness. Let's take soft fists. The feet can be almost parallel, not quite. You've got your soft fists. You're going to plug them into your hip crease. You could do this sitting in a chair. That's an option. So you're going to keep your back flat. You're not going to let the head dangle. Think about lifting up at the crown of the head. Inhale, flat back, exhale. You've got those fists wedged in the hip crease until you come to a sticking point here in this forward fold, Uttanasana, for 8, pump the belly, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Now with a flat back coming up, don't let the head dangle, slowly rising up, elevator ascending, slowly come to standing, shake everything out. How's everybody doing? Let's grab our chairs. I'm going to place it along the long edge of my mat. And I'm going to use the back of the chair for support. So the toes turn out 30 to 45 degrees. Try to keep that torso upright so there's no lurching forward. So you're just going to go down as far as those knees want to go. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. No forcing. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay down on 1. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay down on 1. Torso upright. Lift right heel, place it down. Left heel, place it down. Side to side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. You're in the squat. Let's take the arms into goddess arms, goal post arms. Inhale. Exhale, straighten arms and legs. Coming into 5-pointed star. Inhale, bend. Exhale, stretch. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Arms are straight. Maybe you want to narrow the legs just slightly, not too much. Now the palms face the floor. Bouncing invisible tennis balls. Once more. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Nice tall posture. 3, 2, 1. Arms come to stillness. Flip the palms towards the ceiling. Now you're bouncing your tennis balls off the ceiling. We'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then slowly lowering the arms, resisting the gravity. It's tempting to let them collapse. Try not to collapse the arms. Shake those arms out. Nice work. Now let's flip the chair around. Now you're going to face your chair seat. The legs return to being nice and wide. Now here, if you have blocks, you may wish to have them handy. I tend to have short arms and legs, so sometimes I use the block because going down farther doesn't work for me. So keeping the legs wide, you're going to go ahead and either take your forehead, you can stack the palms and just rest your forehead on the stacked palms, or stack fists, or you could rest your forehead on a little block. So now in this big wide leg forward fold modified for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Slowly rising up. Don't rush it. And now you can adjust the legs maybe slightly narrower, not too much. I'm going to take the block away. Now, with your right hand directly underneath your face, whether it's on the chair seat or on a block, inhale, left arm goes up to the sky, exhale, a wide leg standing twist for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring that down. Woo! Now the left hand goes directly underneath the face on your chair seat. Right arm floats up to sky for 4, 3, 2, 1. Top arm slowly floats down. Replace that right hand directly under your face. Left arm comes out to the side. Inhale, thread the needle under your left armpit. Exhale. It's a moving one. Exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Coming back to center slowly. Left hand underneath your face on the chair seat. Right arm comes out to side. It sweeps underneath your left armpit. Exhale, inhale. Active thread the needle. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then the hands come back to the chair seat. Let's heel toe the feet together or step the feet together. Slowly rising up. You can use the back of the chair to assist to slowly come up. Nice work. Move the props off the side. Let's get the chair over here. So now we're going to use the chair standing as for support should you need. Let's just get this whole thing shaken up. So let's lift the heels. The feet are directly under the hips. The toes point forward. Now we're bouncing for 8. Move the body any other way that feels good. 7. Pumping those calves. 6. 5. 4. If you want to jump, you can jump. 3. 2. 1. Nice. Very nice. Shake that out. Slowly coming down to stillness. Shake out the feet and the legs. Now from here, if you might want to be near your chair for support. If you have an available wall, that works too, or a piece of furniture that doesn't move. I'm not going to mirror you for this. So your weight goes in your left foot, and you're going to just take your right heel and place it in front of your left big toe. The pelvis is square to the front of your space. Now think about lifting up through the crown of the head. Can you do this standing without touching your chair, your wall, or your piece of furniture? I'm wobbling because I have a nice thick mat. It's harder to balance if you have a thick mat, just so you know. And we'll pause here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving down. Let's reverse the feet. Opposite foot in front. So the front heel is in front of that back big toe. Now we're going to do the same thing. Maybe you want to just touch your prop or not, your chair or not. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly arms come down. Shake out those feet and legs. Kind of interesting. I noticed one side was much stronger than the other side. So always just noticing. Now you're going to put your weight in your right leg. The left leg is straight. Left foot is flexed. You're going to start swinging that leg. No higher than waist height. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Slowly de-escalate. Don't just abruptly stop. Nice. Shake out both sides. Woo. Again, the weight goes in your right leg. Let's float this left knee up and do little pumps. Modify as you need. We'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up on 1. Dangle the lower leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming to stillness. Figure 8 with that bent knee. Figure 8, moving the hip socket big time now for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then float that foot down. Shake it out. Woo! I'm feeling it. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling it. All right. So now we'll go to the other side. Weight will be in your left leg. Right leg stays straight. Right foot stays flexed throughout. And now we're just going to gently swing that leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring it to stillness. Don't just abruptly stop. Nice. Shake it out. Standing tall. Weight in your left leg. Floating right bent knee up. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up on 1. Little dangles with the lower leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming to stillness. Figure 8 with the bent knee. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Foot comes down. Shake it out. Woohoo! Very good work, you guys. I'm proud of you. Let's take the chair. I'll place it in profile so you can see. The feet are directly underneath the hips. Toes point forward. Now we're just going to keep the right foot forward. I won't mirror you for this. Left heel goes back only as far as you can place that whole left foot down on the floor or the mat. Once that left foot gets placed, you're going to tilt the torso maybe 10 degrees forward. This is the passive runner stretch. Noticing you can say good morning to your hamstrings on the left leg. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Torso comes back upright. Back left heel lifts. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. For 4, 3, 2, 1. We lift the back left heel. Your torso stays upright. Now both knees are going to bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. For 4, 3, 2. Stay down on 1. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Re-straighten. Now you're going to go over the back of your chair, hopefully. Make it work. And you're going to float that left leg. Point the toe. Don't let your head dangle. From here, it's going to be touching and lifting. Touching and lifting for 4, 3, 2, 1. Refloat that leg. Point the toe. Touch the left foot down on the right. Lift. Touch down left. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot goes back over to the right. You're going to tuck the 5 toes. You're going to lift your left heel. Now lifting the heel. Inhale, lift. Press the heel down into the mat. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press for 8, 7, squeeze the abs, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now the left foot meets the right. Coming slowly back up. Use the back of the chair for support. And don't just pop up, because that's a good way you'll get dizzy. Shake everything out. Nice and easy. Now, left foot stays forward, right foot goes back. Only as far back as that right foot can stay flat. Your pelvis will always be square to that short end of your mat, front of your space here. You're going to tilt the torso forward about 10 or 15 degrees. Saying hello, hamstrings on the right leg. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Torso comes upright. Now the torso is not going to lurch forward. The back right heel lifts. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. For 4, 3, 2, 1. We lift the back right heel. Torso is upright. Both legs bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. For 4, 3, 2. Stay down on 1. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We straighten. Back heel can come down. Now we're going to move over our chair seat. Right leg floats up. You can point the toe, touch down and lift. Touch down and lift. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Refloat it. Right foot touches down left. Lift that whole leg. Touches down right. For 4, 3. Really lift the leg. 2, 1. Right foot goes back left. Tuck the toes. Lift that right heel. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then right foot comes back to meet the left. Let's micro bend the knees here, keeping the feet flat. Don't let the head dangle. The body's in a right angle position. And then slowly bring the legs to stillness. Press the back of the chair seat to help you rise up. And then just shake everything out. Nice work. Let's just do some empty coat sleeves to just swing out any tension that snuck in there. Nice. And then just give everything a little shake. Nice. Okay, I'm going to use the chair back for support. I'm going to take that right heel forward. And it's digging in and the toes point up skyward. Right arm comes up. You're just going to bow and touch whatever you can touch. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Very nice. Slowly coming out of it. Shake everything out. Let's do that same right leg. This time the foot is flat. And you're going to go slightly farther forward than your left. You're going to take your bird beak hands, 4 fingers together meeting the thumb. Plug it right there underneath your collarbone, the clavicle. And now we're going to swing forward with the bent elbow. Exhale, twist and turn as you look back. Exhale, forward, twisting. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly that foot comes back, shake everything out. Moving to the other side. Now the weight will be in your right leg. Left foot comes forward, the heel digs into the mat, toes point skyward. Arm comes up, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming back, shaking out both sides. Again, the weight will be in your right leg. This time the left foot comes slightly farther forward, the foot stays flat. Very big hands, 4 fingers meet the thumb. Plug it there underneath your collarbone. That elbow is forward. You're going to circle back, look over your shoulder. Inhale forward, exhale, circling back. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Oh. And then coming out of that, shake everything out. And then just to recover from that, we'll take the feet directly underneath the hips. And just standing tall, just think about crown of head floating to sky, just getting that perfect posture alignment. And locating the center of your feet, the arch of each foot. You're going to keep the feet flat to start. And just very slowly and incrementally shift the weight slightly farther forward. Come back to the arch, slide back to the heels. The feet stay flat, we're not lifting them yet. Forward and back, just getting the feel of that rocking motion forward and back. Once that starts to feel fairly comfortable, maybe you want to lift the toes as you rock back and lift the heels as you rock forward. Now you've got the feet involved. Once that feels comfortable, if this is available, adding in arms or not. This is called flowing motion in Qigong, which is a branch of Tai Chi, a gentler type of Tai Chi. We'll do 4. Rocking. 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then just shaking it out, just bringing everything to stillness. Let's take our chairs and hurrah, we're going to sit in our chairs. If you want to have your props handy, grab some water. This is a good chance to grab some water. If you've got props you want to add in, go for it. I'll get the weights too. All right. So let's go ahead and place the bum in the chair seat mindfully. You want to sit closer to the front of the chair seat as opposed to collapsing in the back of the chair seat. Okay. So pulling the flesh away from sits bones, maybe moving all of the flesh to one side of the thigh. So you get a nice stable connection to your chair seat. Feet and legs in parallel. The legs are making a right angle, so not underneath. A little bit farther forward. So the palms face downward. And the torso is going to sweep from right to left. Exhale. Inhale. Back again. Exhale. Inhale. So right to left, left to right. Breathing. Let's do 4. 3. 2. Last one. Wee. To the right. Nice. And then bringing that to stillness. I'm going to add weights here. Weights are optional. You're not using them. It's just palms still face down on the thighs, or it's one weight on each thigh. You can decide. Again, you're close to the front of your chair seat, but stable. You're going to sit nice and tall. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Coming back to neutral. Now we're going to stay on your right side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Back to center, neutral. Maybe give the legs a little shake, a bounce. Breath in. Big breath out. One more. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's move to the left. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. For 4, 3, 2. Building beautiful quads here. Last one. Nice. And then arms can come down to the side of the body. The palms are going to face the midline. If you're not using weights, it's a soft fist. Shrug and drop. Shrug and drop. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Now, palms face the wall behind. We'll stay on your right side, only lifting the arm to shoulder height only. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Slow it down. Shifting over to the other side. Maybe wiggle the shoulders a bit. Loosen it up. Now on the left. Exhale. Inhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then palms again face the midline. Now we're going to just tilt forward slightly, about 10 or 15 degrees with the torso. You're not going to let the head dangle. Crown of head lines up with tailbone. We'll do some flies here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the arms out, little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Woo! Take it down slow. Very nice. Now the palms face upward. Not using the weights, it's a soft fist. Inhale, exhale, really slow. Inhale, exhale. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time when you unfold the arms, the forearms are parallel to the earth. Think about keeping the upper arms glued to your side ribs. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming to stillness, forearms are still parallel to the floor. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly unwind them. Nice. And now I'm going to grab a block. You may not need the block, but you can, if you have a block, a tall block in the center here is great. Let's cross that right ankle on top of left thigh. Right ankle on top of left thigh. Top right foot stays flexed throughout. Just taking your right hand, just pulse the soft part of the thigh here. So you're remembering to sit tall. We're encouraging synovial fluid to pump into this right side of the hip. Synovial fluid is the WD-40 of your body, but it doesn't happen until you move the joint. So we're busy producing our own synovial fluid. We'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly shaking it out, taking your right forearm underneath your right calf, and then lifting up your little baby here to rock your baby. You could name your baby if it appeals, or you could circle with the bent knee. If you're circling, be sure you circle in both directions. Oof. Nice. Replace that right ankle on top of left thigh and line the arms. Top foot remains flexed. Arms float up, inhale up. Exhale, reaching over like you're trying to reach the floor. I obviously not get there. I'm not getting there. And then you might want to put your fingertips on the block if you can reach it, or grab opposite elbows. Now, in addition to this top foot being flexed, you want to externally rotate that foot. You should automatically feel a pull and a stretch in your right hip, your outer right hip. Now, don't let the head dangle here. And maybe it's a static press, but maybe I like little rocks side to side. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Back to neutral. Coming on up. Right hand on right kneecap. Let's circle the knee. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Circling the other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Place that one down. Bounce the legs. Maybe just give them a little return to neutral. And now it's left ankle on top of right thigh. Left ankle on top of right thigh. Should you have trouble getting it there, this is where the strap comes in handy. You can grab a strap or whatever you're using as a strap, and you can encourage that leg to come up and then place it on the thigh. So that's just a little trick you might want to utilize at some point. You're going to take your left hand and you're going to start pumping that soft part of the inner thigh, and you're sitting tall for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bringing that to stillness, you're going to take your forearm, slide it under the calf, and then start rocking your twin, who you might want to name or not. And then it can be side to side. It could be circling. If you're circling, you circle in both directions. Breathing. And then placing that ankle back on top of the right thigh. This right foot stays, left foot stays flexed. The arms float up. Inhale. You're reaching over a pile of something. And maybe the hands get to the earth. Boy, not me. Maybe the tall block. Or maybe grab opposite elbows. The side could be different than the other side. In addition to this foot being flexed, you're going to externally rotate it. So here you can either make it a static press without your head dangling, or maybe it's rocking side to side. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Back to center. Floating the torso up slowly. Left hand on left knee and align that leg. Circle it. 4, 3, 2, 1, other way, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot comes down. Let's just bounce the legs now for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then slowly bring them to stillness. Sitting tall in your chair, closer to the front of the chair seat than the back. Just drop that right arm down. And the left arm comes into the armpit. Down to the left, right fist in the right armpit. So you're keeping the chest square to the front of your space. We're giving a tug to those intercostal muscles that attach to the side ribs. You want to keep those muscles hydrated, juicy, because if those things dry up, next time you go to expand your lungs, they're going to run into an obstacle there. So we keep our side ribs and all of this area lubricated and hydrated. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Coming to stillness. Shake everything out. Now we'll do a little bit of sit to stand, and then we'll go down from the earth quickly. You can stack the palms over the heart center. You may need to assist with the chair. Try not to do that. And the feet and the legs are in parallel, but they're not too far back. You want the leg to make a right angle. So you have enough leverage to get up. All right. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't land, hover. If you land it, just get on up. And we're going to do little pumps here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And mind. Well done. Now I'm going to move all the props aside. Get it off the mat, including the chair. To use the chair to get down on the earth. If you think that would be a possibility, I'll show you how to do that. So you're going to face your chair seat. And this is good information to know if you fall down anywhere. You can make your way either to a chair, a coffee table, a curb, so you can get the leverage to get back up. Which means this is why we're strengthening our upper arms. Okay, so now you're facing your chair seat. I'm grasping the rim of the chair seat. Shift the weight into one leg. Float one knee down. Second knee joints it, you're on the earth. To get back up, same thing. Now you might want to assist one leg forward, maybe. And then you're going to tuck those back toes. Again, that weight will go in your arms. Inhale, press the bum up. 1 foot under chair seat, second foot under chair seat. Using the back of the chair to slowly rise up. So that was how you would use a chair to get up and down off of the floor. I'm going to add my little blocks here at the end, the narrowing mat. For those of us who are going to go down on the earth. And maybe one more sip of water. It's very warm these days. Okay. So inhale up, swan dive forward. Inhale up, swan dive forward. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. This time fingertips stay to mat or maybe low blocks. You can let the head hang here. One opportunity. So that head is like a 15-pound bowling ball. It's tractioning the spine. It's giving more space for the vertebra, for the spongy discs between the vertebra. The feet stay flat. Micro-bend the knees left and right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Here, stepping back now into downward facing dog. So stretching that whole back body. The body's in a triangle shape. And bicycle pedal the heels. Wag your fluffy dog butt. Try to press your chest close to the tops of the thighs for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Feet come to stillness. Float the knees down to the mat. Big toes together, knees wide apart. Press into child pose. Nice. So I'm using my little fake bolster here behind my knees, pressing into child's pose. So you can stack, put your forehead on the mat. It doesn't get to the mat. You can stack palms, rest the forehead there. Stack this, rest the forehead there, or take a low block and rest the forehead there. Arms could be forward on the mat, or besides the legs on the mat. And once you've organized your best version of child, just allow the whole body to melt into the earth. Allow the body to be supported by the mother. Big stretch to the tops of the feet, to the tops of the thighs. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe little rocks. 4, 3, or not. 2, 1. Nice. Back to neutral. Let's rise up out of this and let's come to sitting very quickly. Well, as quickly as you can. No pressure. And now we're going to, you might want to sit on a folded blanket or towel here, or not. And the legs are going to come straight out in front. If you need support for the backs of your knees, you can take 2 blocks together in a low setting. And you have support for the backs of your legs. I'm going to keep the feet flexed. And the legs and feet are in parallel. So flexing and pointing. Flexing. Point. 8, 7, 6, 5. Add circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle the other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then a little wider with the legs. External rotation. Back to center. Internal rotation. Out. In. 8. Sitting tall. 7, 6. Don't rush it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then just shake the legs, give them a wiggle. And now we're going to take the soles of the feet together, like the soles of the feet are kissing. And you're going to just tuck your elbows into the soft part of the thigh as you rock side to side. Again, opening up the hip crease for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Coming back to center. Closing the legs together. Now extend your right leg long. Left foot crosses over, only if it can go flat. Doesn't, you can do it on the inside. Right arm caresses that left bent knee, and your left arm circles around to the back. Back hand by the hip, and you're squeezing that front bent leg toward the midline. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Unwinding it and crossing. Bending the right leg. Foot goes flat either on the inside or the outside of the left leg. Your left arm embraces your right bent knee, and the right arm twists to the right until you come to your sticking point. That back hand is by the hip. The front arm caresses that bent leg. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Unwind slowly. Shake out the legs. And I want to show you this option for Shavasana. So I showed this to the class on Wednesday. You can get one of those yoga blankets or you use any blanket. The main thing being is you can determine how thick you want it to be. It shouldn't be too thick and it shouldn't be too thin. So I'm taking it, I folded it in, I'd say thirds. So I've got this blanket and it's fairly skinny in terms of thickness. And I'm going to place it here. This is an option for your Shavasana. And this is also a good correction to the slumping forward. So we're trying to reverse the osteoporosis effect, okay? So what you want to do is get that blanket right there where the bra line would be or where the ends of the shoulder blades terminate. And then you're going to lay your head down. Now, if it's too thick, that could make your neck uncomfortable. So you can adjust, or you could put a block under your head if it feels better to use that as a pillow. And then I would recommend taking the feet mat width apart and just knocking the knees together in the center like a tent. So this is sort of a modified restorative rest pose. And you could pause here. In fact, you could do this anytime during the day. If you come home after being tired, doing errands, you can just either put this on the floor. You could even put it on your bed. Get rid of all the bedding, pillows, the blankets, and just rest and open up your chest as you're correcting that tendency to slump forward. Most of our activities today have that problem. You're slumping over a computer or a steering wheel or a shopping cart. So that's option. If you want a regular Shavasana, and you don't want to use the blanket, that's fine. Or you could use it underneath your knees. If you have a cranky low back, you could do it this way. You can have arms and legs 30 to 45 degrees and just rest for as long as feels right for you. If flat on the back doesn't work and restorative rest doesn't work, you can roll onto one side, stack your hips and your legs, rest your head on the upper arm, or maybe rest your head on a block or a cushion on a block. Maybe legs up the wall. Or maybe sitting in a chair, feet flat, front of head floating up to sky. Once you've organized your best version of Shavasana, just allow the eyes to drop closed, scanning the body for any residual tension that might remain. And then just scanning the body and tuning into the natural breath. The belly rising on the inhale, the belly collapsing on the exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Letting the breath breathe you. And then noticing our friend, the imaginary hot tub, the warmth permeating the feet, the ankles, the low legs, and then it moves into the knee joints, and then it moves into the thighs. So the legs and the feet are very, very heavy. From there, that warmth moves into hips and pelvis. The buttocks release, the low back releases. From the belly, it moves into the waist and torso. It envelops the ribs, heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, spleen, pancreas, colon, all those vital organs marinating in delicious relaxation. It moves into the chest and shoulders and rolls down both arms all the way to the fingertips, all the way to the fingertips. And then it moves into the throat and the neck. And then it envelops the head all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the neck releases, the face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. Eyes sink deep into the skull, as though a white circle of healing light permeates every cell in the body. Noticing back body, front body, right side, left side, noticing the whole body together, the whole body together, the whole body together. And here's some thoughts from Pema Chodron. We start with ourselves. In cultivating loving kindness, we train first to be honest, loving, and compassionate toward ourselves. Rather than nurturing self-denigration, we begin to cultivate a clear-seeing kindness. Sometimes we feel good and strong. Sometimes we feel inadequate and weak. But our loving kindness is unconditional. No matter how we feel, we can aspire to be happy. We can learn to act and think in ways that sow seeds of our future well-being, gradually becoming more aware of what causes happiness as well as what causes distress. Without loving kindness for ourselves, it's difficult, if not impossible, to genuinely feel it for others. If you'd like to remain in Shavasana for as long as feels right, please feel free to stay right there. But if you're ready to meet the day, begin to bring some gentle movement to fingers and toes and arms and legs. If you're on the earth, drawing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a hug. And then rolling onto your favorite side and pausing there for just a few breaths in embryo posture. And on the next inhale, press yourself up into a comfortable seated posture, rooting the sits bones down into the earth, drawing the crown of the head up into the sky, scanning the body for the effects of the practice, and thanking the body for all it does all day, every day, and bringing to mind one thing for which you are grateful. And on the next inhale, let's float the palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, Samastiti, this beating heart. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you stand in the light of your own true self. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.